Hello friends, in last lecture we have completed exercise number 4.2. We have solved many problem sums as well as we have solved the quadratic equation by method of factorization. Now in exercise 4.3, the first example, there are main three methods to solve a quadratic equation. First one, factor method, and we have solved it in exercise number 4.2. While the second one is perfect square method or completing square method. So in this exercise, we are going to understand how to find out the solution of a quadratic equation with the help of completing square method. That is method number 2. Exercise 4.3, example number 1. Find the roots of the following quadratic equation if they exist by the method of completing square. Here you have to use method of completing square. You know the formula: a square plus 2ab plus b square is equal to a plus b whole square, and that is known as method of completing square. If any polynomial is in the form of ax square, a square plus 2ab plus b square, you can write a plus b square. You have to use this concept to solve quadratic equation by method of completing square. First example is 2x square minus 7x plus 3 is equal to 0. So x, now here it is 2x square. In perfect square polynomial, the first term should be perfect square. Here 2x square is not perfect square. So divide this equation by 2. So when you divide this equation by 2, you get x square minus 7 by 2x plus 3 by 2 is equal to 0. Now this is your first term. This is your middle term. This is your last term. Here last term is not appropriate. So find out the last term. You know the formula to find out the last term. Last term is equal to middle term whole square upon 4 is to first term. Middle term means minus 7 by 2x into minus 7 by 2x upon 4 into first term is x square. You can cancel this x and x square. Here minus become plus. 7 7 is 49 and 4 into 2 8 into 2 means 49 by 16 is your last term. So add 49 by 16 in this equation and subtract. So x square minus 7 by 2x plus 49 by 16 because it is your last term plus 3 by 2. When you add 14 by 16, to balance this equation, you have to subtract 49 by 16. So this become perfect square polynomial. A square minus 2ab plus b square means you can say x minus 7 by 4 whole square plus. Now expand this. 16 is LCM. So 2 8 is 16, 8 3 is 24. Minus 49 by 16 is equal to 0. So x minus 7 by 4 whole square plus 24 minus 49 minus 25 by 16 is equal to 0. This plus minus become minus. So x minus 7 by 4 whole square minus 5 by 4 whole square is equal to 0. Here you get one another formula, that is a square minus b square is equal to a minus b, a plus b. So a square minus b square means a minus b is equal to 0, a plus b is equal to 0. So x minus 7 minus 5 means minus 12 upon 4. So x minus 12 upon 4 is equal to 0. X minus 3 is equal to 0. Therefore, the value of x is equal to 3. Now, from second one, x. This is minus 7 plus 5. So you get minus 2. So x minus 2 by 4 is equal to 0. X minus 2 by 4 is equal to 0. X minus 1 by 2 is equal to 0. If you transport 1 by 2 from left hand side to right hand side, it becomes x is equal to 1 by 2. So the solution of this equation 2x square minus 7x plus 3 is equal to 0 is 3 and 1 by 2. And we have solved this example with the help of completing square method. So here you have to find a last term, add a last term, subtract last term, and accordingly you simplify it. Use difference of two square method. Here you use completing square method. You will get your answer. Well, let me start second example. 2x square plus x minus 4 is equal to 0. Again, in place of x square, it is 2x square. It is not a perfect square. So divide by 2. So 2x square by 2 means x square plus x by 2 minus 4 by 2 means minus 2 is equal to 0. Again find out last term. Last term is equal to middle term whole square upon 4 into first term. Middle term means x by 2 into x by 2 upon 4 into first term means x2. X cancel out. 2 into 2 4 and then 4 16. So last term is 1 by 16. So add 1 by 16 and subtract 1 by 16. So x square plus x by 2 plus 1 by 16 minus 1 by 16 minus 2 is equal to 0. So you can write 2 by 1. So here you have to use perfect square polynomial. So x square plus x by 2 plus 1 by 16. If you take minus common, this becomes 1 plus 16 LCM. So 16 2 is 32 by 16 is equal to 0. So here a square plus 2ab plus b square means a plus b whole square. X plus 1 upon 4 whole square minus 1 plus 32 33 by 16 is equal to 0. You can find out the square root of 16, that is 4. It is not possible to find out the square root of 33, and that's why I write down here under root 33. So x plus 1 by 4 whole square minus under root 33 by 4 whole square is equal to 0. Again use this method, difference of two square. A square minus b square is equal to a minus b a plus b. So x plus 1 by 4 minus under root 33 by 4 is equal to 0, and x plus 1 by 4 plus under root 33 by 4 is equal to 0. So when you transport these two from left hand side to right hand side, x is equal to, this minus become plus under root 33 by 4, this plus become minus 1 by 4. So x is equal to under root 33 minus 1 by 4. So this is your, so x is equal to, you can write minus 1 plus 33 by 4. Now in second part, x plus 1 by 4 minus, plus under root 33 by 4 is equal to 0. If you transport these two from left hand side to right hand side, the x become minus 1 minus under root 33 by 4. So these are the solution. The value of alpha is equal to minus 1 plus under root 33 by 4. And the value of beta is equal to minus 1 minus under root 33 by 4. Now let me start third example. 4x square plus 4 under root 3x plus 3 is equal to 0. Oh, the first term is already a perfect square. And if you find out the middle term, it is a true middle term because 2 extra under root 4x square means 2x and the square root of 3 is under root 3. So middle term is 4 under root 3x. So it is already in the perfect square form. So a square plus 2ab plus b square is equal to 0. So you get 2x plus root 3 whole square is equal to 0. So 2x plus 3 is equal to 0, 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus root 3 by 2. Here also x is equal to minus root 3 by 2. So here the quadratic equation is already in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Use the method of perfect square polynomial and solve this example. Find out the value of x. Now let me start last example, example number 4. 2x square plus x plus 4 is equal to 0. The first term is in the form of 2x square, not perfect square, so divide by 2. So you get x square plus x by 2 plus 4 by 2 means 2 is equal to 0. So now find out last term. Middle term whole square upon 4 upon first term. Middle term x by 2 into x by 2 upon 4 into first term is x square. You can cancel x. Here 2 2s are 4 and 4 16. 1 upon 16 is your last term. So add 1 by 16 and subtract 1 by 16. So x square plus x by 2 plus 1 by 16 minus 1 by 16 plus 2 is equal to 0. For these three you can use perfect square polynomial. So you get x plus 1 by 4 whole square minus, if you take minus common, this become 1 by 16 minus 2 by 1. Now take LCM. X plus 1 by 4 whole square minus 1 16 to 32 minus 32 by 16 is equal to 0. So x plus 1 by 4 whole square minus 1 minus 32 means minus 31 upon 16 is equal to 0. So x plus 1 upon 4 whole square is equal to minus plus 31 upon 16. If you transport this from left hand side to right hand side, the x plus 1 by 4 whole square is equal to minus 31 by 16. You know here LHS is x plus 1 by 4 whole square. You know square is always positive. The square of negative number is also positive. 4 square means 16. But minus 4 square is also 16. So square is always positive. Here you get x plus 1 upon 4 whole square is equal to minus 31 upon 16, which is not possible, never possible, and that's why here roots are not possible. So in the fourth example, you get x square negative, which is not possible. According to the rule of mathematics, square is always positive. Here you get square is negative, which is not possible, and that's why roots are not possible. Now let me start second example of exercise 4.3. You know there are three main methods to solve a quadratic equation. The first one is factor method. We have already solved many examples on the base of factor method. Second one is completing square method. In exercise 4.3, in first example, we have solved quadratic equation on the basis of completing square method. Now the third method is formula method. So in exercise 4.3, second example, we are going to solve quadratic equation with the help of quadratic formula. So find the roots of the quadratic equation by applying the quadratic formula. Here you have to apply quadratic formula. So you can't use factor method or completing square method, because here they mention to use quadratic formula. You know in quadratic formula there are main 4 steps. The first step is find out the value of A, B and C. The second step, find out the value of delta, or you can say D, or one can say discriminant. And the value of discriminant is B square minus 4AC. Then you have to write nature of roots on the basis of value of delta. We have already studied this. If delta less than 0, no roots. If delta 0, then 2 equal roots. And the value of the roots alpha and beta is equal to minus B by 2A. If delta greater than 0, then 2 roots are there, and the roots are alpha is equal to minus B plus under root delta by 2A and minus B minus under root delta by 2A. Now let us use this method in these examples. The first example, 2x square minus 7x plus 3 is equal to 0. Here this quadratic equation is already in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So when you compare this quadratic equation with general formula, a is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 7 and c is equal to 3. So this is your step number 1. Now step number 2, find the value of delta. You can also say d. So delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. b means minus 7. So minus 7 square minus 4 into a means 2 and c means 3. So minus 7 square 49. 4 2s are 8, 3s are 24. So 49 minus 24. So delta is equal to delta is equal to 25. But in formula there is under root delta. So find out under root delta. So under root delta is equal to under root 25 when square root of 5 is equal to 5, and that's why the value of under root delta is equal to 5. So this is your step number 2. From the value of delta you can write delta is greater than 0 means two distinct roots. Two distinct real roots. So this is step number 1, step number 2, the type of root, that is step number 3, and this is step number 4, find out the value of roots. So alpha is equal to minus b plus under root delta by 2a minus b means minus 7, so this become plus 7, under root delta become plus 5 by 4, 7 plus 5 12 by 4, 12 by 4 means 3, so value of alpha is equal to 3. Similarly beta is equal to minus b minus under root delta by 2a. So minus 7 means plus 7, minus 5 by 4, 7 minus 5 2 by 4, 2 by 4 means 1 by 2. So the roots of this equation is 3 and 1 by 2. Alpha is equal to 3 and beta is equal to 1 by 2. Now second example. Quadratic equation is 2x square plus x minus 4 is equal to 0. So if you compare this equation with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, that is general formula. A is equal to 2, b equal to 1 and c is equal to minus 4. So this is your step number 1. Now in step number 2, we have to find value of delta. So delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. 1 square minus 4, a means 2. C means again minus 4. 1 square means 1. Minus become plus. 4 2 ja 8. 8 4 ja 32. So 1 plus 32 is equal to 33. So value of delta is equal to 33 and it is greater than 0. Means two distinct roots are there. So real roots are possible. Value of delta is not 0. Greater than 0. And that's why two distinct roots are there. So under root delta is equal to under root 33. 33 as it is prime number. Under root 33 means under root 33. You can't divide under root 33 into two different parts. Now step number 4, that is value of roots. So roots are alpha is equal to minus b plus under root delta by 2a. Minus b means 1, so minus 1 plus under root 33 by 2a. A means 2 means 2 2 ja 4. Similarly beta is equal to minus b minus under root delta by 2a minus 1 minus under root 33 by 4. Now it is not possible to expand under root 33. So this is your answer. So first step is find ABC. Second step is value of delta. Third step, that is type of roots. Two real roots are there. And the fourth step is value of alpha and beta. So we have divided this method into 4 parts. First part, find out ABC. In second part, find out delta. In third part, write the nature of roots. In fourth part, find out the roots. Well, now example number 3. 4x square plus 4 under root 3x plus 3 is equal to 0. If we compare this equation with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, a is equal to 4, b is equal to 4 root 3 and c is equal to 3. So delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. b means 4 under root 3 whole square minus 4 into a means 4 and c means 3. So 4 root 3 square. 4 square means 16. Under root 3 square means 3. So 16 3 is 48. 4 4 is 16. 16 3 is 48 and minus sign. So 48 minus 48 is equal to 0. So 2 equal roots are there. So this is your step number 1. Value of delta is equal to step number 2. The types of root, that is step number 3. And now find out the roots. You know, when roots, 2 equal roots are there, means the value of roots are alpha is equal to beta is equal to minus b by 2a. Here there is no need to write a delta. Though the value of delta is under root 0, if you write under root delta, under root 0 means minus b plus 0 by 2a, you get minus b by 2a. Minus b minus 0 by 2, again you get minus b by 2a. So there is no need to write whole formula of alpha and beta. Here you can write roots are alpha is equal to beta is equal to minus b by 2a. So minus b means 4 root 3 by 2 and a means 4. So 2 into 4, you can cancel this 4. So root 3 by 2 minus root 3 by 2 your answer. So roots are minus root 3 by 2. 2 equal roots are there. If value of delta is equal to 0, there is no need to write alpha and beta is equal to minus b plus under root delta by 2 or minus b minus under root delta by 2. You can write directly alpha is equal to beta is equal to minus b by 2a. Put the value of b and a and you can find the value of alpha and beta. Well, now let me start example number 4. It is on the same formula, that is quadratic formula. A 2x square plus x plus 4 is equal to 0. If you compare this equation with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, a is equal to 2, b is equal to 1 and c is equal to 4. So delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. So step number 1. Now step number 2, find the value of delta. Delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. 1 square minus 4 into a means 2, c means 4. 1 square means 1, 4 2 ja 8, 8 4 ja 32. 1 minus 32 is equal to minus 31. Here the value of delta is equal to minus less than 0. And that's why roots are not real. So real roots are not possible. So roots are not possible. So there is no need to find the roots because they are not possible. So in first example, root is delta is 25. So 2 distinct roots are there. Similarly, in second example, root is under root 33. So 2 different roots are there. Here in this example, delta is equal to 0. 2 equal roots are there. Here in this example, delta is less than 0. And that's why roots are not possible. Now let me start example number 3 of exercise number 4.3. Roots are now find roots of the following equation. Here method is not mentioned to you, but for practice we will solve all this example with the help of quadratic formula. The first one, x minus 1 upon x is equal to 3. So one can write x upon 1 minus 1 upon x is equal to 3 by 1. Now you can take cross multiply or x as LCM. So x square minus 1 upon x is equal to 3 by 1. Again cross multiply. You get x square minus 1 is equal to 3x. So x square minus 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. So here one equation is given, but it is not in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Because in first step you have to find out a, b and c. So first of all you have to simplify this equation and you have to convert this equation in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now by comparing the given equation with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 3 and c is equal to minus 1. So delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. So minus 3 square minus 4, a means 1 and c means minus 1. So minus 3 square means 9 and minus plus 4 1 ja 4, 9 plus 4 is equal to 13. So under root delta is equal to under root 13. So two distinct real roots are there. So the first step, that is expansion. After expansion, find out the value of a, b and c. Then find out the value of delta and then find the value of alpha and beta. So two distinct roots are there because value of delta is equal to 13, which is greater than 0. So alpha is equal to minus b plus under root delta by 2a minus b. B means minus 3. So this become plus 3 plus under root 13 by a means 1. So 2a means 2. Similarly beta is equal to minus b minus under root delta by 2a is equal to 3 minus under root 13 by 2. So the roots of this equation x minus 1 upon x is equal to 3 is 3 plus under root delta under root 13 by 2 and 3 minus under root 13 by 2. Well, one another equation is given to you. 1 upon x plus 4 minus 1 upon x minus 7 is equal to 11 by 30. Again, here in this example, the equation is not directly in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So it is difficult to find out the value of a, b and c. So first of all you have to expand this equation and then you have to convert this equation in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. So when you cross multiply x minus 7 minus x plus 4 in bracket upon product of denominator x plus 4 into x minus 7 is equal to 11 by 30. So x minus 7 minus x, this become minus 4 upon x square. You know, here x square plus 4x and minus 7x, it become minus 3x and plus 4 and minus 7 is equal to minus 28 is equal to 11 by 30. So if you multiply these two bracket x plus 4 and x minus 7, you get x square minus 7x plus 4x minus 28. Therefore you get x square minus 3x minus 28 in the denominator and is equal to 11 by 30. So my x and minus x cancel out. So minus 7 minus 4 is equal to minus 11. Denominator x square minus 3x minus 28 is equal to 11 by 30. You can cancel this 11. So this is minus 1 and this is 30. If you multiply this, you get x square minus 3x minus 28 is equal to minus 30. So x square minus 3x minus 28. If you transport minus 30 from right hand side to left hand side, it becomes plus 30 is equal to 0. So x square minus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now your equation is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So in board examination they will ask this type of question in 3 marks. Because first of all you have to expand this example and then convert in the form of ax square plus bx plus c0 and then you have to use the method of quadratic formula. Well, so if you compare this ax square minus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0 with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, that is general formula of quadratic equation, a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 3 and c is equal to 2. Therefore delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. b square means minus 3 square minus 4, a means 1 and c means 2. So minus 3 square means 9, minus 4 to 8. 9 minus 8 is equal to 1. 1 means greater than 0, and that's why you can write two distinct roots are there. So the first step is find out the value of ABC. Second step is find the value of delta. Third step is write the type of roots. Now value of delta is 1 greater than 0, so you get two distinct roots. So let me find out the roots. You know the formula of alpha and beta. Alpha is equal to minus b plus under root delta by 2a minus b. Minus b means minus 3. So this become 3 plus 1 by 2, 4 by 2. 4 by 2 means 2. So here alpha is equal to 2. Similarly beta is equal to minus b minus under root delta by 2a. Minus b means minus 3 means plus 3 minus 1 by 2. 2 by 2 is equal to 1. Therefore roots are 2 and 1. So here we have solved four example in second one and another 3 example with total 7 example on the basis of quadratic formula. So there are 3 methods: factor method, completing square method. We have already completed these 2 methods, and today we have started the solution of quadratic equation with quadratic formula. You know only 4 steps are there. First step, find out the value of ABC. In second step, find out the value of delta. Third step, write the type of roots. You know type of roots means if delta less than 0, write down no roots are there. If delta is equal to 0, write down 2 equal roots are there, and the value of roots is equal to alpha is equal to beta is equal to minus b by 2a. And if delta greater than 0, you have to write 2 different roots are there, and the value of 2 different roots are alpha is equal to minus b plus under root delta by 2a, and beta is equal to minus b minus under root delta by 2a. Well, so in next period we will start another 4th and 5th example of exercise number 4.3.